18. Sports from where you live.
Welcome back, and thank you for sticking around after that half. I know I need that break to catch my breath, along with some of those other players on the court who need to catch their breath, because these next 4 games we have for you on this side of our show are intense, and we are going to start things off not too far from home. So let's get into the action now, shall we? We'll start this round of highlights off with the Harrison Raiders. They were hosting Muncie Central and looking to get their 16th win on the season. But it would definitely be a very tough game for the Raiders, as the Bearcats would throw everything they had at them, and they would be lights out from the outside arc all night long. But Harrison was keeping this game close, and their defense would be the reason why, as Jeffrey Williams would come up with a big steal and take this thing coast to coast and lay it down. And let's just say everyone was hype after that play. So much so that the Raiders would come up with another big steal a little later on, and it looks like defense is going to win this game. But the Bearcats had some great D of their own as they dish it to their man on the other side, who puts one off the glass. This game would also be a back-and-forth battle, and unfortunately, Harrison will wind up coming up just a few points short. Final score, Raiders lose a tough one, 44-42. From the west side of Tippecanoe County over to the east side now, the community center was rocking at Faith Christian tonight as the Eagles played host to Clinton Central. Bulldogs with a tough season so far, but they were all bite in this one. First quarter, Luke Davidson brings the ball up the court and says, "I'll go ahead and take this myself." Drives down the lane and gets the favorable bounce and the foul. Game tied at 7 early. Later, Davidson with the ball again, swings it around the arc to Troy Smith, who drains the triple. Clinton Central now up by 1. But the Eagles were soaring late in the first half. R.J. Berry drives it, jukes his defender with that beautiful move, and sinks the deuce. And then check this play out. Sam Peter dishes it to Connor Toadhunter for 2 defenders, and he gets the easy bunny to go. And Toadhunter would keep it rolling tonight. Berry kicks it to Toadhunter once again, but this time he pulls up for 3, and yeah, let him know how many you got, my guy. Just like that, Eagles would fly high and away with this one, winning with a final score of 78-62. 2 games are down, which means we have 2 more games to go. And live in the studio, once again, we have a very special guest. He traveled far and wide to bring you the best of high school hoops. Sports 18's Vinny Martorano is in the studio with us, and he'll let us know what all went down over at Twin Lakes in Delphi. Vinny, how's Indiana Hoops treating ya?
Bree, I went to a couple of great games tonight, so without further ado, let's jump right into the action. Starting out with the Tigers of Northwestern coming to Twin Lakes. Indians' Gavin Bussinger puts his man in the spin cycle, takes contact, and 1. And just after that, the Tigers keeping the ball in the left corner of the court until Quentin Yico lines one up for 3. That one drains. Following that, Cohen Berry, top of the key, drives into a triple team, but he's just too big for the Indians as he gets to go for 2. Big man Berry brings it up the floor, swings it over to Caden Greer from downtown. Just when things were looking good for the Tigers, Cooper Pell swats it away and says, "Not in my house." And on the other end, collects the air ball and puts it back up for 2. But Greer drops a dagger into the Indians as Northwestern wins 57-30. Taking things to the beach, Rossville coming to Delphi in a beach-themed showdown. Delphi was up big all game as Walker Jones gets that one to rattle home for 3. But in the second half, Rossville flipped the script as Kane Gardner calls in the SWAT team. And that's the moment that Rossville caught fire as Caden Wilson buries a 3. And the 3s just kept coming when Steven Ramali makes it splash from outside. Caden Del Real cuts inside, pump fake, contact, showtime, and cuts it to within 4. But the comeback wouldn't be enough as Delphi would take home the win 53-45. Back to you, Bree.
As always, it's a pleasure to have you. And with that, we are officially done with the highlight portion of our Friday Night Frenzy show. And I know it went by fast, but don't worry, there's still plenty more to see on the other side of this break. Coming up, you'll hear who all will be in action for regional, semi-state, and state championships Saturday. That's coming up on the other side of this timeout.